Hey, there's your boy, your guy, Scotty Mess 1998 here. I just want to make a video real quick or long, whatever. Whenever I feel like stopping this video. So let's get to the topic. It's gonna be about what was the '90s like compared to now. Cause yeah, I was born in '98, and I was wondering like how the '90s were because I never even get to experience the '90s. The trends happened way back in the day, even before the '90s and stuff and shit. Like the trends back in those days in the early 2000s, in the 2010s, it's like it was just spot on. Like it was fun, and then some of them were just stupid. You know, the food was different, the people were different, the video games were different, the cartoons were different, the movies. I don't know. I think I said movies already, but if I didn't, I'll just say it. The movies were different. It just the air was fresh. Everything was just unique back in those days. But now, heck, even when YouTube was still popping around them times, around the 2000s and 2010s, like YouTube back then was the shit. Now it's just pure shit. If you know what I'm saying. It's like now everything's just garbage. I would love to experience the '90s. I wish. If I had any opportunity to do so, I would. I would get out of this generation right away. Because this generation is full of shit for the last 3 years. 2020 to 2023 was just nothing but pile of shit. Know what I mean? Next year is 2024. I don't even want to go forward. I want to go backwards. I'm sorry. I don't want to get old, bro. I do not want to get old. Sorry. That's just not for me. And then, you know, these days people want to talk about spirituality and chosen ones and all this stuff. Like that shit is just boring to me. And they just using it for clout. People. It's good for people to have help. I'm not bashing people that's doing it to help people. I'm not saying anything bad about it because spirituality been around for years. It's just these days they just using it for clout. It's popping now and they're using it for clout. I'm not bashing folks that's doing it to help folks, but for me it's just not for me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I only look at it for information purposes and to motivate myself, but all that other activities I'm not gonna really do. That's just not for me. You know what I mean? Spirituality in the woke community and all this other shit, it's just not for me. It's like they using that for cause. Some people I've watched are doing it to help others. Don't get me wrong. There's some that actually take this shit serious. But there's others that don't take this shit serious and they're just using it for clout. And I'm not going to say any names. Alright? Because I watch a lot of channels. There's some that actually are dead ass serious on this shit. And there's others that are just using it for clout, like I said, being retarded with it. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying names, who they are. You'll find out for yourself if you are interested in watching those channels. But I'm not really into spiritual woke chosen one / shit, because to me some of that shit is fake. Like you doing some of that stuff. Spirituality is real, but it's just some other shit people talking about is kind of fake to me. The chosen one, this and that. And I'm not bashing people that are into that type of shit, like serious about it. I'm not bashing those people. I'm only bashing people that are just using it for clout and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna suck myself into it because that's not me, and that's not, what I want to deal with. And I'm just being honest. This is me being honest. It's not me being funny about it at all. What you do is what you do. To each his own. That's just it. I give props to people that take it serious. But those that don't take it serious and just be on some show off shit, that's not for me. Spurge, it's like they trending it these days. Woke, chosen one, this and that. Nah. I'm pretty sure y'all watched that too. Seen some of that. But I don't know. It's like, yeah, they do it. But there's ones that don't do it to help. They do it to show off and clout. Which is why I don't take none of them this woke spiritual crap serious. Chosen one crap stuff. I don't take that shit serious. I whatever benefits them benefits them. Whatever benefits me benefits me. Whatever benefits anyone watching benefits y'all. That's all it is. We different people. We come from different worlds. That's all it is. That's the thing about today's society. It's just that we're so divided with each other. You know what I mean? And this decade, this world we live in, it's not for me. Used to be a time we could actually click with one another, and we just, hang around, do some fun shit, any type of fun shit we do, play video games and chill with our homies and stuff. Like, those times I miss. And it's sad that we live in a world now that shit gets harder. Food used to, like, the money, and not only that, we financially are going through shit too. Because we didn't have to pay so much money in today's society. I mean, we didn't have to pay so much money back in the day. Like what's going on in today's society. In today's society now, we paying so much money. We almost about to be broke. The fuck? It's just crazy. And in today's society, it's not even giving a damn about us. Back then, yeah, shit was hard back then too, but it wasn't to the point that we had to deal with mega bullshit. Like, come on. Man. It's too many fucking problems here and there. It's too much, man. We need to go back to the time when life was simple and shit didn't fuck us over. That's it. That's all it is, man. I'm looking for a day to get better. If it don't get better, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to bounce. That's just that mindset I have. I'm a bounce mindset. Like, dip off mindset from the crowd. I'm just talking to a camera, having my own audience here that either feels me or don't feel me. But what I'm saying is that I don't care. This ain't my generation. Whoever Diggs' generation, that's your generation. That ain't mine. That ain't anyone that's on the same level as me. It's your generation. That's it. Man, I don't even know, man. There's so much shit I want to talk about. It's just so much shit I want to talk about. We used to, like, Rugrats was one of my favorite cartoons growing up as a kid. Like, I watched it in the 2000s, but I watched the reruns in the 2000s, and some of it was new episodes too. Like, there was reruns from the 90s, and then there was episodes from the 2000s, that came out in Nickelodeon, you know what I mean? And I watched Invader Zim, I watched Ren and Stimpy, Cat Dog, Hey Arnold, and so much more. And then we got Kids WB, Men in Black the series. That if you don't know Men in Black the series, then you were too young then. You wasn't even born yet. You was probably born around 2009 or 2010. Because Kids WB was around in the mid 90s and the early 2000s. You know what I mean? Like, Saturday morning cartoons used to excite me. It says now, as we're in a timeline like this, nothing's exciting anymore, man. Nothing's exciting anymore. And I'm just at a point, I don't give a damn about what comes out anymore. I just watch 90s videos, how the world used to look like, how New York used to look like, how everything used to look like before it became shit. And, life was just simple back then, you know what I mean? That's why I reminisce every day. Even when I'm going through my bullshit days, I still reminisce. Man, I need a time machine, man. I need a time machine. If I could think of anything else, I'll probably do a part 2, or I'll just do a separate video on the next thing I want to talk about. But yeah, this is a video about what was the 90s like. Because the 90s, like, you could watch it on YouTube and find out for yourself what it used to be before it became shit, before some of the buildings got shut down and turned into a pile of wasteland. Or the 80s or the 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 1930s, 1920s, 1910s, 1900s, whatever, or 1800s. Around those times. You can find out on YouTube. You can find all that on YouTube. But yeah, man. I don't know what else to say. So whatever I come up with, I'll come back to you. Come back to you guys, man. All right. If you like this video, make sure you comment down below and like and subscribe, because I'm running out of thoughts in my mind what to talk about. I might do a part 2, or I could just do a different reminisce type video, whatever. So yeah, anyways, love you guys. See you on the next video. Peace.